If I had an extra $10,000 just laying around, I sure as heck wouldn't be starting a business, a side hustle, day trading, or going into some sketchy meme coin. I'd be turning it into weekly income that the pros here on YouTube ain't teaching you. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this for yourself step by step today. Yo, what's going on, Premium Chasers? I hope you are having a God-blessed day today. Every single person that comments down below is going to get our quad option strategy ebook. This is basically the layout for creating four sources of income in your portfolio, two of which you're going to be learning in today's video. All you have to do is drop a comment. I'll personally respond that with you. But of course, you must be subscribed and you must hit that like button and also the notification bell. Do it. I don't do it, but I'm asking you to do it. It's Inception, fam. All right, but guys, let's get into this. So if you got an extra $10,000 laying around, and you always hear that, right? People are saying like, make your money work for you, right? Like all this nonsense, right? You start going down that rabbit hole on YouTube, right? You start looking how to start a business. You start looking at the side hustles. You start looking at day trading. You're looking at the candlesticks, right? And then you get into options buying because it's cheap. And next thing you know, you probably lost money. Look, can I get an amen in the comments? Can I get an amen in the comments if that's happened to you? Because it sure as heck has happened to me, especially when I started to actually make my money work for me. And I'm not talking about just buying and holding stocks here. I'm talking about creating real income for yourself. I promise you I'm going to deliver on this promise here in just a second. Let's go over the shoulder. So I'm here just on my watch list. The first thing we're going to do is just pick any stock. It doesn't matter what it is. The strategy stays the same. And obviously, this is not financial advice. You're going to have to go pick out the stocks you believe in. Just because I believe in something don't mean that that you have to, all right? So, you got to create your own strategy, but it's all going to make sense here in a moment. So I'm just going to pick, I don't want to do like NVIDIA and all these normal stocks. I'm going to assume like if I had like an extra 10 grand just laying around, I'm going to pick something, a stock that I genuinely like actually believe in. So I'm just going to sort my watch list by price and see something that makes sense. And this is all going to be full circle. Stay with me. I promise you, even if you have a smaller portfolio, this is going to all make a lot more sense for you. I'm personally looking for a stock that also offers some sort of dividend. So I'm actually going to just go with Altria. Altria, say what you want about their products. I don't care, but it's a fantastic business. Okay. Cash cow, ticker symbol MO. So I'm going to go full circle on the strategy so you get excited. And then we're going to talk about all the risks. And then I'm going to create some little graphics for you that's really going to hammer everything home. I don't want to jump into like definitions and terms. I just want you to get excited first, and then we're going to get into all the details. Cool? Let's go. Right? So first thing I'm going to do is open up my brokerage account. Right here, we're just using Robinhood. I know a lot of you guys love using Robinhood. I'm going to type in my ticker symbol, MO. Okay, that is Altria, right? So right here is Altria. I'm going to trade options. We're not buying options. Those are the gamblers. Those are all those other YouTube channels that you've probably watched, right? To channel or Andrew Tate, the brokies. The brokies are out there just throwing money away. Where are they throwing that money, you think, right? You've probably tried like options buying or options trading before. Where do you think your money's going? When you buy that option, where do you think your money has gone? People like me. People like me, fam. People like me. All right. And you going to be that now. All right. So let's go sell, right? A put. What we're going to do first is we're going to sell a put. Basically what this means is I'm willing to buy 100 shares of Altria for a price that I choose damn well below the current market value. And I'm going to get paid from an options buyer income just for saying maybe I'm going to buy it. Maybe I won't. I don't know what I'm going to do next, right? And I'm going to go out 36 days. I like to be about 30 to 45 days of my expiration. This is basically the day of which you would maybe have to buy your 100 shares of stocks, right? So where do we want to pick? All right, so right here we see we are on our options chain. Current price of Altria is around $58, right? So obviously we want to buy it for less than that. My eye goes to the premium because I'm a premium chaser, man. Like I'm looking at that and I see, boom, I'm going to collect $74. I'll show you what that means in a second. This is 56, right? $56 strike. That means if I select this, right, I would collect $74 of premium upfront. But, right, if Altria hits $56 on May 30th, I would have to buy 100 shares. So let's go take a look at this. I'm going to show you guys all the risks and all that stuff here in a second. I'm going to put this into our calculator here real quick. So everybody here is on the same page. All of these are free. Everything is free on this channel, guys. It's all on my Facebook group. The only thing that costs money is if you want one-on-one time with me. I think we can all agree that's fair, right? So Here is our premium calculator, again, free in the Facebook group. We are collecting $74 from an options buyer on the other end, right? Silly little guy. Our strike price is going to be, our collateral is 56, so 56 times 100 is $5,600. So you would need $5,600 in collateral to do this trade, right? We're assuming you have at least like $10,000 to do this, right? That is going to give us about a 1.32% return on our money. Here's where we can enter how many contracts we want. I'm just going to put 2 contracts, right? Because we can afford just about 2. All right. 11,200. But I think you guys get it. All right, relax. All right, relax. Right. So, our return on our collateral is about 1.32% in what? How many days? 36 days, right? I'm going to put 36 days right here, right? Perfect. Our annualized return is 13%. So we're getting about a 1.32% return on our money and collecting actual income up front from this trade immediately. We're collecting that $74. If you buy, 2 contracts or sell 2 contracts, you collect $150 on your money. That is money immediately coming into your account. Few things. Some of you might be like, well, that's not aggressive for me enough, Pete. I want to be, I want to get like, 4 or 5%. For me, I like to be around 1 to 3% a month. Now, of course, in the times that we're living in right now, there's a lot of volatility in the markets. So if you go look at Nvidia or SoFi or some of these other great companies, you can get 5, 6, 7, 8% on your money. So the further down you go in this price, the less premium you're going to get. You see below that's $54, right below that's $39. But above it, 57, you're collecting $100 if you do the 57s, or $110 if you do the 58s, right? Those are where you have to weigh your risks for yourself. For a company like Altria, I like Altria, okay? I personally do like Altria, and I'm going to show you kind of like a rule of thumb that I like to follow when selecting what my strike price is going to be. If we click this open, you'll see my delta is about a 26. For us option sellers, we use this as option sellers. All right, options buyers, you guys can use it differently. Blah blah blah. Price traded by $1 on the stock, like whatever. I don't care. I literally don't care about the technical definition of it. Okay, I'm simple. I'm a simple man. All right, and I try to explain things extremely simple because it's the only way I understand it. Right. So basically, what this actually means is there is a 26% chance, right, that you're going to get assigned. What does that mean? Well, there's a 26% chance that Altria will hit $56 and you will actually have to buy 100 shares. Okay? But there's about, a 75% chance that nothing happens, that your options contract expires worthless. And what that means is you simply walk away with this premium. Now you're collecting this premium up front. You're giving that immediately. You can deposit it. You can go take your girl out on a date, right? You can go fill up the tank, right? Whatever you got to do, right? Reinvest it preferably, right? So that's where, you get that up front. You're not giving that back unless you close your position early. More on that later. So you're essentially kind of lowering your cost basis on the stock if you get assigned. Now, a few things can happen, right? Let's say Altria does hit $56 on May 30th. Well, you're going to have to buy those shares, right? You're going to have to buy those shares, but that's okay. All right. Let me go full circle. Now, let's assume you did have to buy it. All right, let's just assume you did have to buy it, right? This is an example, right? $56, you bought it, right? 30 days have passed, right? Now we're going to go to our covered call calculator, again, in our Facebook group, right? Now our strike of the option, right, or what we're actually going to do here, sorry, let me reset this. Now, what we're going to do is now your money has been taken from you. Your $5,600 or your $11,000 has been taken from you, and you've been handed 100 shares of the stock, okay? Now what we can do is something called a covered call. That covered call now is you're not using your money as collateral, you're using the shares that you just got, right? Now what we're going to do, we're going to come back to the chain, right? We broke now. We don't got our money no more. We only got shares, right? We're going to click sell a call, and it'll go out around 30 days again. And now we get to choose the strike price that we're willing to sell our shares, okay? Obviously, we ain't the meme, right? We're not the clown that looks in the mirror where we buy high, sell low, right? We buy lower, we get a deal on a stock we like, and then we sell it for a higher price while collecting premiums along the way. So what does that mean? Well, we bought it at 56, right? And let's say you're cool selling it at 60, okay? For that, you would collect an additional premium from those silly options buyer. You actually collect $110, right, of premium up front. Again, that's money. I don't need to tell you what to do with it, all right? So let's go look at our cover call calculator, right? We're going to collect $110 in premium. right? Our strike of the option, right, is 60. That's what we're willing to sell it for, $60. Our purchase strike price is what we bought them for, right? We bought them for 56. Our premium return, that's basically 56 times 100, right? It's 5,600. You're getting about a 2% return here. If you end up selling your shares, you can collect $400 extra for a total profit of $510 if you sell your shares. If you sell your shares, right? Plus the premium if you did end up getting a side, right? Of $74. I'm going to make this all make sense here in a minute. So best case scenario, if you do one contract with $56, if you do two, right, obviously every times everything by two, right? You know that. You're collecting $5,800, right? Or $584, all right? If all the legs execute, okay? Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Make it full circle. Firstly, if these premiums don't excite you, you can go into more riskier stocks. So I just want to quickly show you like a stock like Tesla, for example. Right? If you go to Tesla, right, and you sold a put saying you're willing to buy 100 shares of it, right, and we go out about 36 days, currently trading at 256, right? Look at these. Look how juiced up these premiums are. I mean, we can go all the way down to 155. 155. You'd need $15,000 for that, but you'd collect $100. The more volatile the stock is, the more premiums are going to be. That's just the way it is. So a stock like Tesla, I mean, this thing can move 10%, 50% in a day, right? It's not uncommon, right? But a stock like Altria, it doesn't move as much. It's a more stable stock and it's more consistent. And this is where you have to kind of figure out portfolio management for yourself as you scale, especially to a six-figure portfolio. When you're at a six-figure portfolio, this was a training I just did, talking about, your conservative stocks, your kind of like middle of the range stocks, and then you're premium chasing stocks, right? And they can get crazy, right? You can get pretty damn crazy with this stuff, right? Like, for example, if we look at MicroStrategy, right? Let's look at MicroStrategy real quick, right? If we sold a put on this, now I am not an investor in MicroStrategy, nor will I ever be, right? Listen, I like risk, but look at this. Holy crap. Insane. Look at these premiums. Now, it's obviously more expensive, 348, but look at these premiums. You collect on this one. If you said you'd buy it in 345, you collect today almost $3,000 in premium. Let me show you what that looks like. $2,900, what kind of return that is, right? Just to show you guys, again, what is possible with this kind of strategy, depending on your risk level and tolerance. You'd need $34,000, right? 34.5, 8.41% return in a single month. That's crazy, right? But it's a more higher risk, right? More higher chance of assignment. So the biggest risk, and actually, I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but I want to show you a graphic that's really going to make this all make sense a little bit, okay? So this is what a basic level of the wheel strategy looks like and a basic understanding of quad options. And we're going to get into quad options here in just a moment. We sell a put first, right? When we sell that put, we're saying we're willing to buy 100 shares. 30 days go by, right? Were you assigned? Meaning, did you have to buy the stocks? No? Cool. Your collateral gets given back to you and you sell another put. Rinse and repeat, baby. You keep rinsing and you keep repeating until you get assigned. I'm not going to be the one that tells you what to do, but in my personal opinion, getting assigned is okay because you then get to go into the next side of the wheel. Assignment is okay. That's why sticking to that 20 delta is okay, right? You'll get assigned only about 80% of the time, or you'll only get assigned about 20% of the time, which is good. Right? Most of the time, you're just walking away with the premium, rinsing and repeating, and collecting actual money, making your money actually work for you, not paper gains. Like a lot of these like fire people that tell you to just buy and hold. Now, buying and holding ETFs, I'm all for it. Buying and holding individual stocks is a losing game. You're going to lose, fam. Look what just happened. Look at NVIDIA. What'd you do? You made $10 this year. Great job, man. Great job. Right? So next thing, once you get assigned, right, you then use your shares as collateral. You sell a call. All right, we have our 100 shares. We sell a call. Did we end up get assigned 30 days later? That meaning, did we sell our 100 shares? No? Okay, cool. Let's sell another call on those shares and collect more premium. Did we get assigned 30 days later? Still no. All right, not a problem. Let's sell another one, collect more premium. Eventually, you want to sell your shares so you can get that appreciation sale, right? And then you have your money. You have more money back. You might have turned your $10,000 into $11,000, right? Now you have more money. Now you could sell another put. And the wheel goes round and round. This is just a piece of the quad option strategy. And this is what the quad option strategy is, okay? We're making money on the cash secured puts. We're making money on the covered calls. We're making money on the dividends. Altria also offers a fantastic dividend. Let me show you guys real quick. This is why I love doing this on dividend stocks, because sometimes when you're selling your calls, you might be holding those shares for a little bit. You might be holding them for a year or a couple months, whatever it is. But you're going to collect a dividend at the same time. Nice little cherry on top. And that's a nice little 7% dividend on Altria for us that we're collecting in addition to the cover call premium we're getting every year. All right. So we're collecting dividend income as well. Plus, when we end up selling the shares, we get the appreciation sale. If you want the full guide on the quad option strategy and how you can fit this in for your own option selling income portfolio, drop a comment. I will personally reply to you with it. While you're down there, hit like, hit subscribe, guys. And also, those of you that are more interested in more hands-on approach with me personally, right? I have a 1-year-long incubator where I show you how you can set up an option selling portfolio for yourself. It takes about a year because we don't trade a lot, as you can see. But it's really important to kind of really understand this strategy, and it does take about a year, plus different kinds of trading ideas, my feed, access to me basically Monday through Friday during market hours for any sort of issues and stuff like that. If you think you'd be a good fit for that, or you just want to learn more about it, I'll leave that link down below in the description of today's video. Guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.